If you're young and just single and a mother,
You never know what God can do.
but you better believe you can make it through it. Stand up tall and pay your dues. This is YSM.
Hello, welcome to Young Single Mothers. I'm your host Yolanda, and today I'm talking to my hashtag favorite baby daddy. But that's not because he's my baby daddy, even though he wishes. Just kidding. No, but for real though, I think that there's a difference between baby daddy and single dad. And I'll put you in the single dad category.
All right.
Because I feel like baby daddies, as much as people can say, oh, my husband's my baby daddy, which is fine, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But then you do have men out there who are just simply the baby daddy.
Yeah.
But you actually take a very active role. So welcome, this is Tonderai. Tonderai, tell us a bit about yourself, what you do, and all that lovely stuff.
My name is Tonderai Banda. I'm a second born in a family of four.
Okay.
Of a family of boys only. I don't have a sister. I studied computer science, University of East London. I've got a bachelor's in computer science. I've got an advanced diploma in business information system.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got A+ in hardware, and I've got N+ in networking.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I was in England for the past 8 years. Moved back to Malawi 2015. Came back to Malawi, took over the family business. Have a son now.
Yes.
And I've tried to be part of the music industry in Malawi in terms of arts, which has been going on well.
Okay.
I've managed to expand the company itself. I've managed to work with different artists. I've managed to manage artists who are now very successful as well. So it's been much of a challenge in Malawi, but hey, I'm surviving.
You are surviving. Yeah. I mean, we see you. So you said you were a dad. I want to know, what was it like when you found out? Because you're not married to your son's mother.
Yeah.
What was your first response to knowing that you had a child on the way?
I think I was scared, just like any other man. That's how I feel like. I think, but one thing that I've learned throughout the whole process, I think if one is married, and then as you guys as partners, you make a decision of having a baby, I think that can be one of the most exciting things ever in life. That's how I feel like, you know. But then in my situation, it wasn't like that. It happened, you know. I was very scared, a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you, you know. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna be a dad. So it's at the end of me, you know. I feel like I'm not gonna be myself anymore. You know, that's what I thought. I thought my life would change, you know. I won't have the fun that I used to have, you know. Then I started thinking about responsibility. Can I afford to have a child? You know, I would ask myself all these questions, you know, and then I would think of my career as well. Then I would think like, okay, my career has ended now, you know. I had all these questions until my son was born. But then the day that he was born, within 2 days I left for the US. So I left for the US. When I was in the US, instead of me being there for quite a long time, I came back to Malawi in 3 weeks.
Because of baby?
One, I think I was starting to sink it in that I'm a dad, you know, because I would see pictures and stuff. So I was still afraid, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then I cut my trip short. Then I came back to Malawi, you know, from US, and then coming back to Malawi, you know, and then for it to sink in, I think I took so much part in everything that was going on around him. You know, I would try my best to sleep with him. You know, I didn't want him to sleep with the mom because I had a feeling that she had gone through a lot already. So now let me take over the responsibility.
So were you living together?
At that time, we were living together. You know,
but you weren't together?
We were more of like dating.
Oh, okay, you were still dating at that time.
Yeah, we were still dating at that time. So I would try to sleep with him most of the time, you know, and then I'll let the mom, you know, to rest because I knew what it was. You know, I would see the pregnancy, the whole period, you know, the whole 9 months, what she was going through, you know. And then the more I spending time with him, the more it was sinking in, you know. So I would, you know, whenever he's crying, I try to, I had to learn how to change diapers, milk, and the good thing, she would let me even take him out, So I think when the baby was 3 months, when Moha was 3 months, she would allow me like, okay, you can take him, we can go for a drive, just the two of us, from baby daddy,
At that point, were you still together?
At that time we're still together.
Okay.
Yeah. So I remember that I would change his diapers in the boot.
Welcome to a parenting life.
I remember there was a day I was by stairs, so I was just there, just the two of us. After feeding, then he pooped. So I'm like, no, I need to change the diaper. So I opened the boot, and then I put the clothes there, then I put him in the boot, So there were some ladies seated up there. So they were looking, why is he putting the child in the boot?
that would look weird. Yeah, I hear you.
Because I know most people use the back seat. But I don't know, if I use the boot, it's got more space.
And it's flatter.
And it's flatter. And, I don't have so much experience. Sorry, but I needed a place where I would feel comfortable, So I was in the boot. Took off the nappy, wiped him, put the powder and stuff, and then
Who taught you how to do that?
The mom, because I'd see the mom doing it, so I wanted to learn, So I had to do that, and then put him back, then I put on back the clothes, and then this lady was just looking at me like, wow, okay, what's going on here? So I went back, then I started feeding him again his porridge, So I took a picture, then I put it on my Facebook page. I'm like, dad and son's moment, something like that. Fatherhood is late. That's what I normally used to say. Fatherhood is late. And then I remember a piano. The guy who does the cakes, he's a good friend. Then he goes like, hey, this kid's putting us in trouble.
There'd be daddies out there.
It says, because I'd get all this response from, different people, mostly ladies, who are mothers as well. They'll be like, wow, no, you're doing a great job and what. So at that time, people were like, no, he's just doing it, for the attention because he's in the entertainment industry. So as a father, he can't do this for long. He's just doing it for now, for the public eye. And then you see after that, you will never see this child in the public eye. That's what people thought. But until more now is 5 years. He's turning 5 years. And then I think on his 4th birthday last year, they're like, wow, we've seen this child growing. We've seen him from day one.
Yes, we have. The most famous baby in Malawi.
Yes. And then I would say the time that I was doing that, I saw other young fathers doing it as well. But they didn't last. Because
it's tiring. Being a parent is tiring.
Yes, because I'd see some people would start, but they would still stop. So I said, you know what? You don't have to copy. You have to be yourself.
Yes.
What I do with my child and what you can do with your child is different. Whatever the bond I have with him, I had to create that. So which means if you're a father, you want to create that bond with your son, it's not going to be easy. Whatever, either your son or your daughter, it's not going to be easy. It's hard work.
Yeah.
And being a boy, boys are attached to their moms. Because I'm a boy and I'm attached to my mom.
Yeah, I have a boy.
Yeah, you have a boy. Yeah. So it's much of a challenge, because you have to work extra hard. A boy will always choose mom over you. So if you take that he always chooses mom over you, that's when the bitterness starts to come. Like, okay, no, that's your child. He's not my child because he's always choosing you. But then for you to get to a point where now a boy is able to choose you, like, I want to spend time with daddy, I want to hang out with daddy, that's hard work. That's what I had to do to get more to my side as well as a dad. I mean, the mom will always come first, but at least I have that portion of his heart where he actually knows that I have dad. I can tell you that this week he's been calling me each and every morning. Daddy, are you coming to pick me up? Because he hasn't been going to school.
Yeah.
So you're like, Daddy, come pick Moha. Like, come pick Moha. You know what I mean?
He refers to himself in the third person. That's so cute.
Yeah, so he's like, Dad, come pick
I went through
Moha.
a period like that when I was a teenager, but keep going.
But same thing I said, I wanted that life with my dad, but I didn't manage to get it. But I said, I can give it to my son, I can give it to my kids.
Yeah.
Because I think the mistake that most of us do is we said, my dad never used to do that for me. But I said, that's your dad.
Yeah.
Now you have your own choice what you want to do with your child.
Yeah.
Nobody has to tell you how to raise your child. It's your choice at the end of the day. It's your responsibility. You choose what you want.
Yeah.
You know, I said, if I want, I can be the busiest dad. I won't have time for him. But you see, the biggest mistake that most of us men do, we always think as long as you're paying school fees, upkeep, you know, child support, you know, we think that's fine.
You've played your part.
We've played our part, but it's more than that.
Yeah.
Our presence does matter.
Yeah.
You know, when I go to pick up Mo at school, everybody knows him at school because of him. He's always talking about his dad.
Oh.
He's mostly talking about his grandfather because he's also close to his grandfather.
Yeah.
And I remember last year he kept on telling his friends like, Sekou is coming to pick me up. Sekou is coming to pick me up. Because he wanted to see his grandfather to come and pick him up. So that was the day that his grandfather was going to drop him off. So
This is your dad.
That's my dad now. So he goes like, Mo, I'll drop you to school today. Hey, he got very excited. And then his grandfather goes like, okay, Mo, which car should we use? And then he'd be like, Grandpa, he says Sekou, that's in Shona.
Yeah.
Sekou, I want the white car.
So he gets to pick. Yeah.
So he picks the white car, he goes in, and then his grandfather goes to drop him. That was the best day of his life. Where he got very excited, you know.
Yeah.
He was so happy that my grandfather's dropped me in school.
Yeah.
And everybody knew that Mo's grandfather was here. Because he's a very popular child in school. Because I remember just last year, because he's the one who went to pick up to welcome DJ Tio when he came to Malawi.
Yeah.
So on their Facebook page at school, they said our little star Mohau went to welcome a big star, DJ Tio, you know, and then it was posted there, you know.
I did read somewhere where he said that he's the face of the company.
Yeah.
Do you think that would have been different if you had a girl?
If I had a girl, she would be still a face of EP.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because mostly a face of a company is mostly a female.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the female attracts more when they picture of a company.
Okay.
If you see most of the ads of when they start talking about face, they talk of face of Africa, they're talking of females.
Yeah.
Miss World, they're talking of females.
Yeah.
You know, so it's always females, you know. But then when I put him as face of EP at the moment is that I'm trying to get him into the business, learn, because I see he's got, he gets excited every time I take him with me. Because I remember 2 years I took him with me. That time he couldn't talk or what. So we're busy building up a stage, you know. And then he was able to get to schools and try, you know, find a whole way he can put it.
And I think that's such a huge thing for any parent.
Yeah.
Like, bring your children along, because what happens is they grow up, you've let them do their own thing, and then suddenly you want to pull them into a family business, and they're like, from where?
You know, most of us Africans, that's the biggest mistake we do. I'll give you an example. The time I was in high school, I would finish school, I would go home, you know, do my thing. Asian kids, they finish the school, they go to work.
Yeah.
They go to the shop with their parents. I came back from England, I go into those shops. Now all those shops are run by those friends of mine that I was with in high school. Then I look at my black friends, they're busy still looking for jobs in town.
Yeah.
Although their parents own big companies. But the only way they'll get that company is when their father dies, or the parents die. And the moment they get that company, it doesn't last.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to run the company.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But the other thing is, I noticed about the Asian kids is that they get interested in the family business. So that's the reason why it's easy for them to be pulled.
Yeah.
You know, us, what we want to do is show off and have a good time, you know.
Good car,
you know. But then, you know, I'm such a son, you know, that's the life that we want. We don't want to learn how to work for it.
Yeah.
But I always think for my dad, because, hey, my dad will give you money.
One of those. I hear you, one of those.
Hey,
yes.
my father, you have to work. So I remember the time I was in high school. You know, I was a DJ, you know, back in high school. DJ Tonderai, you know.
Tonderai.
So, yes, I want to look cool. It was, you know, if I have to look cool, I need to make money.
Well, I certainly hope that you enjoyed that first part of my chat with Tonderai. Now, I gotta tell you now, it's coming in 3 parts. We got carried away chatting and chatting and chatting. Now I know sometimes as a single mom you could be watching that and saying to yourself, man, I wish that was my baby daddy. I wish he would be as active. Well, don't be disheartened. Be encouraged by it. Know that there is a possibility that there are men out there who truly want to play a part in their child's life. Now, if you're watching and you know anybody, any guys out there who are baby daddies and aren't being active, send them the links to these episodes. Not so they feel discouraged or feel as though they can't live up to a certain standard, but hopefully they'll be encouraged to take a bigger part, a bigger role in their children's lives. Their presence is what makes the biggest difference, and they need to do that in their own style and in their own way. They don't need to flash it on social media. They don't need to make the world know how active they are, but just to really, really be, to really be proactive about their parenting role and the role that they play in their child's life. So I hope you will continue to watch. Don't miss the next 2 episodes. I believe you're going to gain so much out of them.
So who does the editing for you?
I do it for myself.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
I studied film, so I make it,
Is it?
my own. I can't make excuses, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I hope it's not too echoey, but this usually captures sound very well.